Okay. So now I want everyone to feel free to be part of the session by participating. This participation can be in form of questions, can be in form of inquiry, can be in form of input, can be in form of compliment, can be in form of anything, as long as there is feedback. Every feedback matters. And we want to move as a team. Moving as a team, meaning that yes, we are going to have different expertise from different individuals that are going to contribute towards the success of this course through this semester. Now, we are doing emerging trends in IT as a course where we expect to learn a lot, which a lot will basically help us succeed in life, since we are nearing joining what? Joining field. Now, this course, Emerging Trends in IT, I'm sure you're able to view my screen because I'm sharing. In case you are not able to view it, please confirm. If you are able to view it, still, I need to hear from you and be able to move. This course will provide an in-depth study, basically, of the recent, emerging, and the potential important developments in the field of IT. Now, when we talk of the in-depth study of the recent, meaning that IT as IT is broad, is a broad domain, but at the same time is a dynamic one, which keeps changing from time to time, meaning that we cannot just keep looking on, yet the domain where we belong is changing drastically. So meaning that we need to change with the changing what? The changing domain. So this will help us keep ourselves up to date, as well as being relevant when it comes to applying knowledge in various business processes. So we can achieve this by looking at what is currently existing. Yes, I don't want you to look at this in a broader perspective, but we can even start with the existing tech that we work with. For example, even when you just talk about an operating system, what are the current operating systems that are so popular in the market? You get, yes, what used to happen in the past? Then what are some of those operating systems that are actually yet to take over? What is something being worked on? Then that will help us understand what the community, what the clients need. Because once you get to know what is popular, what is existing, what is coming, what is likely to take on, then it becomes easier for you to come up with something, come up with a service, come up with a solution that will benefit the community. Because whatever kind of technology skills you may have, when the users are not interested, then it is a waste of time. But once you come up with something that captures their attention, however bad it may be, but as long as they're interested, they will continue demanding for it from time to time. Because I believe WhatsApp may not be the best, you know, social media platform in terms of maybe functionalities and so on. But because the users, I mean the developers of this particular application knew what the clients, what the customers, what the market needs, they ended up capturing their attention. Look at the way how TikTok has done what? Has emerged, and how it has captured the attention of what? Majority of, social media enjoy, like people, you get it. So now in this course, we look at the recent, the emerging which is coming, as well as the potential important developments in IoT. Yeah, because this can be in the form of policies. Yeah, because we need to rely much on policies, both at local level and the international one, international scene. And then the role and responsibility of the different IT officers and business strategies. You see, not everyone who has done IT, not everyone who has done computer science, not everyone who has done software engineering perform similar roles. We can have database programmers, we can have maybe back-end devs, we can have front end, we can have people who are in networking, we can have people who are in maybe artificial intelligence, but all these, we need to understand what is their role and responsibilities when it comes to applying and working with the emerging what? The emerging trends. Yes. Now, before even we go deep, before even we go deep, there is no way, there is no way. Let me first, yeah, what I wanted to name is that, okay, people are still few, but we can continue and maybe yes, colleagues will find us on the way. What I wanted to tell you is this course, this course is very simple in a way that there is nothing we are going to learn which is not happening or that is not popular. Every tech that we are going to emphasize on here, it is something that you are working with, or it is something that you have heard about. You get, yeah, because we shall have quite a number of areas of interest that we think can create an impact. Yeah, because our center of focus will basically be on what are those areas that the various organizations, the various business demands are looking out for. I can give you an example of social media. Trust me, social media is no longer for fun. Very many people are making a lot of money out of social media. But now we don't want to be just people who enjoy working with social media, but we want to be that particular group of individuals who can generate revenue out of this when it is at the peak. Because in business, when we are talking about like business strategies, once you go into a venture that is liked by majority, meaning that you don't struggle to look for the market. So meaning that if we can have at least some good people from this class who can be actually digital influencers, meaning that they can make money. Companies can pay you a lot of money just to come and influence their audience, to come and influence their market online. If we can have people who can manage social media accounts for entities, you can get a lot of money. I'm just using an example of social media, but I'm not saying that maybe our area of interest will focus only on what? On social media. We have quite a number of stuff that we have to look for. Talk of artificial intelligence, talk of big data, talk of a lot that we're going to look at. But my major target is I want to see in the next few months, I want to see people from this team who can create an impact, people who can be leaders in terms of technology in this country, using the skills, using the simple tools of this course. Now, the way how this course is designed, it is a student-centered kind of approach, whereby, like I told you, don't expect me to come here as your lecturer. It will never happen, but I'm here as someone that you work with. I'm not going to work alone, but I want to work as a team with you people. That is the only way how you will benefit from this course. Now, since we are going to be working together, I want everyone to participate at all levels. Now, during this course, what we are going to do is we are going to either formulate groups and have expertise of different areas of interest. For example, In our participation arrangement, we are going to distribute some topics for individuals to go and make some research about these topics by answering various kind of questions. I'm not saying, okay, the research will be will require you to maybe answer questions. No, we won't be having like that kind of scenarios, but the questions I'm talking about as what do people want to know about that particular area of interest? For example, if we say Rita is going to research about artificial intelligence. Now we want Rita to go and find out what artificial intelligence is. Do we have artificial intelligence in Uganda? If yes, is it necessary to work with it? Do we need it? If we need it, where do we apply it? Leave alone applying it just for applicability, but also does it benefit society? Do people benefit? Do companies benefit out of the efforts of artificial intelligence? Now we shall look at how far has artificial intelligence, where has it come from? Where is it? How about in the context of Uganda? Because artificial intelligence being a global kind of domain, it might be at another level from maybe US, maybe from Canada, as compared to the way how it is being performed here in Uganda or in Cairo or in Johannesburg. So we need the people who can go and research and come to present it to us as expertise, so that every person who comes and listens, who comes and see what you people are doing in terms of these various areas of interest, they are listening from an informed point of view. They are listening from an expert. I don't want us to handle this course as students of Uganda Matters University. No, I want us to consider this and take this course as a team, maybe representing our nation, or a team that at a continental level, or even at a global level, whereby your contribution must be realized, must be appreciated, whereby yes, some technologies we may not do them, maybe in terms of time may not be enough for us to maybe design and develop systems which have artificial intelligence. But and actually, yes, you may have even learned this in your various what course units. But now our target here is how do we work with these emerging what trends? And since there are many, yes, we need at least to keep ourselves informed of those which are popular, those who can create impact. If we have someone who's going to research about social media, we need to know how can a university use social media to improve on their revenue? How can a government agency use social media? What are some of the blockers of social media? How has it improved? What are some of the popular social media platforms? I mean, we don't want to listen from gamblers. We don't have that time. We need someone who is going to come here after making the research. So meaning that when you come here, you don't just tell us that maybe, yes, very many youth in Uganda are now using Facebook, or very many people are using WhatsApp. No, that is not what we like. We like facts. Facts are figures, meaning that yes, someone is going to come here and tell us, maybe in 2020, this particular percentage was already working with maybe Facebook, and because of this and that, the numbers maybe drawn, maybe the numbers increased, and then this, I mean, we need the facts, because this will help decision makers to make right decisions basing on the research we are going to make. So The course objectives: by the end of this course unit, students will be able to understand the basic principles of emerging technologies. Yes, we shall look at the basic principles that every person must know if they are to venture into emerging technologies. We shall understand knowledge, to understand knowledge and the content management technologies. Yes, we have quite a number of content management technologies that are in place, because of late we may not have the time, or we have a few people who can invest in coming up with the content from scratch, but we have already existing technology that can help us to manage the content. You get. I can give you a very good example. When you look at the Moodle, that e-learning platform where we subscribe. Now, Moodle is actually,
Okay.
someone has something to say? Is someone saying something? Okay, I was telling you that when you look at Moodle, Moodle is a PHP-based platform, but okay, yeah, PHP platform, but you realize that you can work with it even when you are not a programmer, because everything has been designed. We have now templates that you can easily use, and you customize them based on your need. Then another objective will be to understand cutting edge technologies and entrepreneurship opportunities pertaining to them. Yes, we shall look at the cutting edge technologies in various areas. For example, in education, what is trending? How about in health? How about in agriculture? How about in maybe politics? So we need to work with what is popular in the various areas of what interest. Because when you go to agriculture and you want to use technology to create an impact in agriculture sector, meaning you need to work with something that is easy to sell to the what? To the farmers. You get. Yes, you need to make your artificial intelligence with that attribute of ease of use. You get. Yeah, so it will becomes a little bit easier for you to put an impact and benefit yourself as well as the community. Then understand skills in presenting and evaluating ICT technologies. Yes. Now, even during our presentations, I want people who can use emerging technology tools to present their content while discussing. For the rest, we know very well that, yes, PowerPoint is one of the most popular presentation tool or software that is being used, but is it the only one that exists? If not, can we look into those others? What makes them unique? What makes them stronger than PowerPoint? If, okay, PowerPoint could be your area of what, maybe it's something that you have decided to take on, but can you use this PowerPoint beyond what the normal user may think? Like, we really need to see some innovation from individuals. Then we shall appreciate that, yes, really, we are dealing with the IT or computer science or software engineering team that is of great value. So then we shall also look at evaluating ICT technologies. For example, like I said, we have very many emerging technologies, but not all of them can create, can capture, can be appreciated by the community. So we need to know why. For example, you may agree with me. It is not that before WhatsApp came, we didn't have other social media platforms. Before before TikTok came. It does not mean that we didn't have other video sharing platforms before. But there is a reason as to why these ones have captured majority's attention. So we shall evaluate ICT technologies and then make the right one decision. Because you see, when it comes to, for example, the learning management systems, Moodle is not the only one. We have Sakai, we have Canvas, and the Moodle, they are quite many. But why is it that when you come to Africa, most of the universities are using Moodle? When you go to Uganda University, you find the Moodle. When you go to Makerere, you find the Moodle. When you go to UCU, you find the Moodle. When you go to Oxford, when you go to maybe University of Cape Town, you find a similar kind of tool being used. Why? So we need to evaluate and then pick the best with the strong reasons, so that even when you go and you try to apply the same in your company after school, yes, there will be value. You don't just do stuff to finish, but there has always to be a reason why you choose a particular kind of technology. Then another objective will be to understand the in-depth analysis of the changing force IT imposes upon people, businesses, and social organizations. Now, these outcomes are extracted from the objectives. That is why you see our first objective was a need to understand the basic principles of emerging technologies, and then the outcome being discussed basic principles of emerging technologies. So these ones are extracted from the above. Um, our we shall obviously, as usual, we shall do coursework, which will be in the form of presentations. Then we shall also do a final assessment. Both of those contribute 50-50%, and that helps us to generate the final mark out of 100. Yes, this one is a mistake. This is not 10. This is supposed to be 100. Yes, I will share a revised one. Yeah. So we are going to look at the various topics in this course. For example, the basic principles of emerging technologies and business innovation. Now here we look at the innovative technologies. For example, what are some of those innovative technologies in education? How about when it comes to health? Is there something that can easily offer telemedicine? How about when it comes to maybe education, agriculture, maybe in transportation? I mean, what is that you think you can easily offer to safe border in case to improve their business processes? That is in terms of maybe transportation. So we shall be looking at the innovative technologies that we can apply in various sectors to improve the performance and as well as generating revenue using technology. Then we shall also look at the emergence, the evolving and the adaptation in businesses. We shall look at the technical and business issues and how they intertwine in making business decisions. We shall look at the intelligent adoption of modern emerging technologies, which leads to the creation of smart real enterprises. For example, yes, of late, one of the major trending techs is in artificial intelligence, whereby the transport sector uses artificial intelligence to control jam. When you talk of agriculture, people can now easily manage their farms from wherever they are. You don't need to first go to the farm or in the village to know how your animals are performing. But through the power of artificial intelligence, you can just have your phone and then be able to know how are your animals performing at the farm. You get to know which cow is missing, which cow is not feeling well. I mean, just in real time. That is the power of artificial what? Artificial intelligence. Then we shall also look at how to use case studies of various technologies companies to investigate how these principles are applied in real life business what? Situations, yes. And we shall obviously be using case studies of those popular what? Those popular brands, in the tech field, so that we get to know how they create impact. Then another topic will be on the communication technologies, because as you know very well, most organizations can be powered, or they can easily succeed once they work on communication. So in our case, we shall be looking at the overview of the communication infrastructures, the basic communication concepts, type of networks in brief, then talk about the network devices and broadband technologies, talk about actually the current one in UG is 5G, which was just launched. And then you look at the voice and data networks, circuit switching. These are some old technology that we need to just compare with the current one, existing one, the various protocols. Why do you think now most domains? Let me check here. Let me check briefly. If you are able to see my screen, you'll let me know. I need to show you something small. Are you able to view my screen? If yes, what are you seeing?
Your type.
I'm doing what? I'm doing, you said I was doing what? As if I've lost you. Are you still there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you look at this domain I've shared in the what? In the chat, it is for Uganda Mothers University. When you look at its protocol, is the hypertext transfer protocol secured. You get. Yet, we can have. Let me see if I can get something small here. Something like. Do we have someone who has a personal domain that maybe we can use to demonstrate here? Anyone with a personal domain? Yeah, what I wanted to show you was anyway, most of the domains were upgraded, and most of them we use what we call the advanced security protocols, like the hypertext transfer protocol secured from the previous one, which was just the HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. Yeah. Now, for us, the interest is in looking at what works better, and this can help us to make proper decisions as IT personnel. Now we shall also look at the overview of the internet and its structure, including the backbone, talk about the local technologies, and the last mile problem that is being faced by the users of the internet. Then we look at what is happening in the wireless technology. Yes, how do we apply it and where do we apply it? Then we shall also look at the different generations of wireless technologies up to 5G, which is being the latest in Uganda. Then the corresponding standards like the GSMs, GPRSs, the AFJs, and so on, making sense of these standards and studies of transition one path. So we shall also look at what the wireless LAN is all about, and also the pervasive and smart wireless technologies, including the smart sensors, talk about the different paradigms of mobile wireless technologies, which can connect into smart wireless networks for purposes of communication. Yes. Then these technologies will be studied in the context of various business applications. Yeah, like I said, yeah, this can be either in agriculture, maybe in education, maybe in health, and so on. So then we shall also have a full other chapter topic about the knowledge and content management technologies. Yes, what are some of those popular content management technologies that the education sector is using? How about the health sector? How about maybe the engineering sector? You get, yeah, because the reason as why we need to apply whatever we are studying on various areas is because once you do computer science, once you do IT, once you do software engineering, you're able to apply the skills in various areas, be it in agriculture, be it in health, be it in, so you are not limited to only IT as a domain, but it expands because it is the power, it is the backbone of the business processes of all these other sectors. So that is why it deserves, yeah, they deserve a mention here, and we see how to apply them. So we shall discuss what knowledge and the content management are, which applications are supposed to be made in this case. So yeah, sorry for that short abrupt break. We're trying to look at the various topics that we are gonna be studying under this course of emerging technologies. And I was telling you that, yes, we shall be looking at only those popular, strong kind of technologies in the various business processes. Yes. Then the overview of various knowledge management technologies, including the search, how to retrieve, discover, and the taxonomy generation technologies. All that will be captured. Then the overview of the content management concepts, where we shall discuss how different types of content can be created, collected, transformed, and stored in the content management systems. Actually, updated now, we realize that most content management systems, they do what we call CRUD. They can create, they can read, They can update as well as delete content, corrupt, you get. So we shall all do that in the various options or choices that we shall make when it comes to using these trending technologies. Then we shall also look at the cutting edge technologies and the overview various cutting edge, and then the maybe the smartphone technologies, depending on how we shall agree. Then we shall also look at the entrepreneurship opportunities pertaining to such cutting edge technologies. So that is about the emerging technologies in IT. I had requested the class coordinator to send me a list of members. Then I can easily formulate maybe groups. But in case you already have existing groups, that is also fine. We can work with existing groups to see how we can work as a team. This is not a one-man show that maybe I will always be coming here to talk, and then as you people are just listening. But I want us to work as a team whereby, yes, I mean, this time around I can be here, I can be there, either physically or virtually. But when we are at the same level in terms of articulating issues concerning emerging trends in IT, so that no one is being left behind. So, and I believe by end of the semester, people will be able to benefit a lot out of this participation. So, based on what we have maybe discussed so far, can I hear from you? Do you have any query? Do you have any concern? Do you have any feedback that is vital to this course? Please feel free to share, and then we see how things go. Anyone with any concern?